Thank you for joining us for another episode of Thank You for You,
where every story matters.
Hey, Whitney.
Hi, Kay Ten. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. So this is going to be our season 1 wrap-up episode. I'm super excited. So I just want to go through and just kind of discuss the season that we've had. And then
such a good one.
Yeah, it was amazing. And we have some news for our listeners and some updates on what's coming next. So we'll get to all that, but let's get started.
We had so many great guests this season. We couldn't choose a favorite story.
Right. And when I was going through looking at the episodes, I was like, oh yeah, that was so good. And I got so much from that.
There's key elements that went through everybody's, and what I got out of was perseverance. Like how important it is to keep going. Because even sometimes when it seems impossible, pushing and going, you'll definitely get to a better side of it. And that's one thing I learned from every story, how important it is to not give up. And then, too, is having a plan or having a vision or even a goal. Like Derek said in his episode, just having something on the calendar to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Or even having a vision that you want to get to or something like that just helps keep you focused.
Yeah. And while staying focused on that goal, but remembering to stay in the lessons of the present and what you're going through now and not getting too lost in that. I think Trey then mentioned in his episode he was doing stuff because he wanted the money or wanted something in the future. But then when he started focusing on just helping people now and what can he do right now, and that's when things started falling into place.
Oh, like having everything ready.
Mm-hmm.
Until you know that next step. Doing the work.
And that kind of, Miss Shirley's episode, to me, really speaks a lot about being in the present and,
oh my gosh, yes.
Being right now, her whole year. What did she say she asked for?
Either, more, to test her faith or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And sure enough, her whole year without her main source of income, every day she had to be focused in the moment and, really
not dwell on her
intentional
and
focus on her thoughts and the stuff that was coming in so that she could become stronger and more focused on right now and what's happening now. When the time came, she'd be ready for the next big thing.
Right, that was setting her up for her ministry, which they had their first meeting a couple months ago. The second one is coming up. I've been following her on social media, so I was like, look. So I was so happy to see that what she said she was going to do came into fruition.
I remember we did so for the people listening, we'll do an icebreaker call before we actually record, and during the icebreaker call, at the very end, Miss Shirley was like, oh yeah, I'm starting Love of God Ministries, and we're like, wait, you didn't mention this. All that you've been through was setting you up for this ministry that you're starting. It's so dope that she's already had meetings and stuff for it. That's so awesome.
If I was in Michigan, I would go.
You don't want to go this time of year, girl.
No, I meant if I just happened to live there by chance, I would be at the meeting.
You're if I was in position.
Right. But considering I'm not, that's okay.
That's what the internets are for. You can
right. As soon as she streams live, I'll be
there. But speaking of the internet, the people that I follow that we have interviewed, Samoa, the first interview that we did, I'll see her on Instagram. When you go on WordPress and they have those templates. She did a series of her own templates, website templates. She's posting different things for how to get traffic, how to find your audience, and all this stuff. It's so cool how people have who shared their story with us, what they've been through, their healing journey, where they are now, and the stuff that they're doing. And Michelle has finished remember that course or the program she was telling us about?
Mm-hmm.
She's wrapping that up, and she's building the course out. And Trey has done, like, he's booked up. He posted something on Facebook. He was like, if anyone needs anything, this was this week, like literally 3 days ago. He's like, if anyone needs anything for Christmas, because he's a chef, personal chef, like, let me know. And I was like, hey, do you have any, like, pictures or anything? Like, I can repost it for my Atlanta people and see if anyone is interested. And literally, like, a day later, he's like, no, I'm booked, but thank you. He's been on it. He's been posting reviews. It's been great.
No, I love following him to look at his tasty food. When we talked to him, he had just quit his full-time job.
Yeah.
And he was just going solo, completely working for himself. And now he's booked. A lot of great things have come for all the guests that we've had this season. It's been a really good first season. So
absolutely. What else came up for you? The perseverance.
The perseverance, I think another thing that came up for me is when something tragic happens. You know, like Camille lost her boyfriend of 12 years, or Nikki, who went through that period of sexual assault plus being stalked and harassed by that guy.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like circumstances that just happen out of your control, and how important it is to talk to people. For me, I think try to realize what's going on with the people around me. You know what I mean? Like just try not to, especially people that you care about that can be going through things, dealing with things that you think they're fine, and it really takes time to heal. Just trying to be there present to say, hey, is everything okay? Or you can talk to me. Or the importance of talking to people, or finding your own way of healing, whether it's talking to a therapist, which really helped out Camille. You know, going to a therapist really was beneficial to her, you know, and Nikki too. And then how both of them, you know, like I know Camille works with young girls and goes back, but Nikki too really took what her experience and is trying to like change other people.
Yeah, like people. Coming out of yourself and talking to someone to get help, or more than one person to get help, and then, like you said, giving back and not holding it all in. Yeah, because even Vanessa, who lost her son, and like all these people, like you just mentioned, talking to therapists, they now in turn give back and help other people.
You go through things like that, especially that you have no control over. It can seem like, hey, how I'm gonna pick myself back up. But hearing their stories of how they did that, it's just something that I want to keep in the back of my head. So whatever I may be going through, I know I'll get through this too, because I know other people who have been through similar, tougher, or, you know what I mean, worse things than they got through. So.
Yeah, and it was really interesting seeing people's customized prescription of how they got through what it is they went through, and how they created this way through, whether some people went online and like watched videos and like worked through it themselves in a way, or like you said, like went and sought help. They were all different but similar in a way. And Art of Meraki, the business that I started, in the beginning it was like, okay, but what is this going to be? I really wanted it to be like have to do with creativity, and hopefully this season helped me really get firm in what creativity is to me. And you were talking about things happen to us that were out of our control. To me, creativity is how do we manage and maneuver and handle the parts that we can control. Okay, this
right, like your happened. Reaction or your response.
Yeah, like your reaction and your plan moving forward and moving through it. Like, how do you get creative with, okay, this thing has happened, or these things are happening, but how can I take the things that I know, the things I'm on now, and like make solutions and get creative, still move forward in creating your life, even though these things are happening. And all of our guests had their own unique prescriptions, not that they were given, but things they decided, like, I'm going to get through this. I specifically remember what Derek said. And he was like, you are not the words on this diagnosis. You are not what you're told you have to be. He's like, they told me I had this on the list. He's lived well longer than expected, and he's like out here living his best life.
Right.
He decided what he was going to make out of it, and not just letting the circumstance control him. And I know, like, I've been victim of that, like, victim of being the victim, like, victimhooding, you know?
Right.
Like, no, you get to decide this. You get to
take control and be like, no, not happening.
Yeah.
And that's what Thank You For You is. It's all these different stories coming in, but we're able to find, like, the commonalities between us all different races, backgrounds, lifestyles, you know what I mean, different religions, but it's so similar, you know what I mean, but yet so many times you can think the person standing next to you is so different, but they're not. And if we open our hearts and if we talk to each other, we can really lean on each other to get through life a little bit easier and to get advice from each other, and just sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you. Having that wisdom right there, even if it's to encourage you, that is what Thank You For You is being able to offer up that encouragement through somebody else's story of perseverance.
That's exactly it.
Thankfully, we were able to get these great guests who helped us reach that goal.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It was random and crazy how some people we ran into, like how Derek, he just hit us up.
Right.
We just knew we had an interview scheduled. Like, he went in and scheduled it, and, like, we were like, hey, how'd you get here? He's like, I just went online and searched for podcasts, and y'all popped up. Like, that is so dope.
Him taking control. Right.
Yeah.
And then his book came out. So yeah, anybody who's interested in catching up with him, you can get his book on Amazon.
Operation DUX.
I mean, the best thing too was just being able to talk to everybody and getting to know them and getting so comfortable. People don't know this because they only hear the edited version, but Kay Ten and I would get on the line, start talking to them, and then we'll be like, and that's it. Thanks so much for recording your story. That's it. And then we'll end up sitting on the line with them for like an hour or two just talking.
Yeah, like after we finished the interview, at least sometimes even 2 hours afterwards, we would still be talking.
Right. So it would be like, guys, I have to get up.
Like, listen, it is beyond midnight, but and then we didn't know most of these people before we recorded, so for us to get that close just from them trusting us to share their stories with us and us just being open to listen, just from that, we would have these 3-4 hour long conversations.
Every conversation, they would tell us what they wanted the audience to hear. And then afterwards, they would go into deeper details, and we would just be awed by other things that they have gone through their life, where we're like, oh my gosh, I wish she would have been comfortable to share that. But of course, in due time, when you're comfortable, if ever. But we would just...
Did we schedule the icebreakers to be 30 minutes or an hour?
30 minutes.
And they would always run over because we would just be like, hey, you know, we just want to get to know you get to know us and we get to know you so that it's comfortable on recording day. And even those would go like to an hour plus. We would both be in a space where we trust one another and we're all in this space for the same reason. We know that there's something about us joining together in this that can help someone. And just in that space, it was like so comfortable to just talk with one another. And it wasn't like interview. It was like we were actually like talking to each other. It was so cool.
And everybody has so much knowledge to share, especially when we all start talking between like the three of us. Between our own life stories or experience, it's just so much to share, and it's just refreshing. And that's why it's good to hang out with family or really good friends when you can just sit down and talk. Those are always the best days when you just everybody needs more of those.
I agree. Yeah, and I think that too, just another reason to not even just family and friends, but strike up a conversation with a stranger. I know for me in the past, I wouldn't have been down for that because I was so in myself and I'm an introvert. I don't want to talk to people. But now I'm more open to have a conversation with a stranger. You don't know what people have gone through or going through and what you can learn from them. Even in that moment, if you never see them again, there's something that you can learn from them. Or even if it's just sharing that moment in that space with them. So many people we never knew have taught us so much.
And that is just the beginning. Yeah, it's love to hear what our listeners would say that they learned from season 1. What were their favorite type of stories, what really touched them, or even just the way that we interviewed. Because for Kay Ten and I, we had to learn how to interview better with these stories because it's not a typical interview. How do we get the person to, because we would talk to the person and they would be open and talking and we'd be okay, let's start recording, and then it'd be not as open.
Right, yeah. We had to, it was very delicate with most of these because it was sensitive subject matter. And, we're not asking you, give us 5 points on success in life or give us 5 ways to sew this sweater.
Tell me about your job.
Yeah, tell me your job. We were talking about serious stuff. So, we both did research. How do you interview? How are you sensitive to the topics and not intrusive and, letting... Did we do a good job? I agree. I would love to know what you guys thought of the season. What can we do
better? I just would love to hear them talk with less of us. But, maybe that isn't the best.
And I like to engage, and you were no, I want them to talk. But I told you, there's a balance that we have to come to.
Time progressed, we got better at it. We just really felt like the conversation style just worked best. Which ended up being what we talked about, when you're just sitting around talking, not so much structured and hey, tell me your story, oh, this one time, I think it's because we know the importance of these stories and how many people that they can help, and hearing somebody who went through what you went through similar just can be the light of hope that you need to hold on to. Every story that can get recorded deserves a celebration dance.
Absolutely. A hype moment.
Or a pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, because legitimately, this thing that's happening to you is helping shape you. And that's why it's called Thank You for You, because even though it seems like this thing is devastating you or stopping you or whatever, but it's helping you become more of yourself and realize more of who you are. And you are so important. And sharing your story is so helpful to so many people. So thank you for, now I want to say thugging through, but thank you for sticking in there and being yourself, even though it sucked, but you got through that or you're going through it and turning it around. I'm really big on we're all students and teachers in this life. And part of that teaching, if you've gone through something, now share that with others, because even if the way you deal with something is similar to the way someone else has, but the way you share it or the way that you customize it and the way that just for you being you, there's someone out there who's going to actually be able to take this wisdom and connect with it and help themselves. And all these people who share their story and were brave enough, because we ask people and they're no, I'm shy, and I totally get that, but the people who have stepped up and are brave enough to share their stories, people are going to get so much from that and already have.
Yes, definitely. From Kay Ten and I, we just want to give a big thank you to our guests for season 1, for trusting us, because this is our first season.
Right. And you didn't tell us. And,
believed in the vision that we had, and and said, hey, yeah, I don't have any examples of what your guys are doing, but sure, I'll tell you my story. I don't have anything to look at or listen to before to get an idea of what you're doing, but I'll tell you my story. So they believed in it, and for them, we're very grateful to thank you. And then for all the listeners that kept coming back and listening, because the first few episodes, as far as our style, we got better over time. So thank you guys, too, for keep coming back and listening, supporting Thank You For You.
Yes, thank you so much. We want to continue to grow and share stories and move forward together. So that would be great for listeners. It doesn't matter how people tell you have to start. If you haven't started something because you're online reading, you have to have this, it has to look like this. If you know you're supposed to start something, just start and believe in it and
do it.
Just do it. It'll develop and grow, and it's not going to look like anything else that anyone else has done that you're reading online, like, oh, these steps are different, I'm doing something wrong. That's because you're not supposed to be doing it like them. Like, you're you for a reason, and your story is going to be different because it's supposed to be. So just start it, and, like, if you believe in it, other people will. And I think this first season is definitely a testament to that, because we just, like, told people what our vision was, and they were like, yeah, I'm down. Like, I want to be a part of that. And they were. And we didn't have anything in the beginning. It was just our goal and our vision.
Yeah, that's all.
But that's enough. That's all you have to have.
That's
like
all it means.
We don't have to send out a business plan to everyone. No, we just know what we want to do and have the belief and vision in it, and that's the plan. Like, so know that that's really all you need at the end of the day. And on that note, that's a great transitional moment. Let's talk about the future of Thank You For You and what it's going to look like for season 2. And I would say moving forward, but I think, everything evolves like in the moment. So.
Right.
So we have some news and some information on how things are going to look for this next season. Do you want to share the news with me?
Sure. I'll share it. Okay. So season 2, which is coming up, but the new season, it would just be one interview. One interview.
One interview for the whole season.
Yes, right. One interview, but one interviewer. So, Kay Ten will be going forward. I will be stepping away from Thank You For You. And Kay Ten will be taking it and moving forward. And that was a decision that I came up with, but I think it was confirmed by Kay Ten as well. But it was just consistently God tapping me and waking me up when I'm sleeping and telling me, like, hey, this is Kay Ten's vision. This is what she's supposed to be doing, not you. And you need to give it to, let her do it for herself. And so this is me being completely obedient because me being a Christian, the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. And I have learned personally that it's better to listen than to find out the hard way, whatever reason that is why. So, but we're really excited about it. Thank You For You was Kristen's idea and her baby, and I was just here as her very good friend who's like her biggest cheerleader and knew that it would be everything that it was, and I know that she will definitely do everything that is supposed to be for it, and I'm really excited.
I mean, it's bittersweet for me. I really appreciate everything that you have done with me and with Thank You For You. And this whole first season, I don't know how it would have looked without your help and your support and your input and your ideas. And so I really, really, really appreciate everything, Whitney. It's been an amazing ride. So I really appreciate you. And not just in this, obviously our friendship.
Yes,
Thank
in
you
life.
so much.
Yeah.
In life.
Ride or die. But yes. But no. Yeah, and this is a good thing. And so I'm really excited seeing what God showed me that Thank You For You is going to do, and I'm really excited about it. I'm always here in the background cheering on my sister. And it'll be one voice and it'll sound better. And all the things that he had to tell me to be like, no. Because I'm like, I love doing this, da 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 da. But yeah, it's just meant for me to be here to help start it up. Because it's hard to start things up sometimes. And it's so much more fun when you do it with, good friends. And now that the movement has started, there won't be any issues going forward with you taking the mantle.
Whitney and I were talking about the first season, and I think Whitney pointed it out when we were interviewing with Michelle, that it seemed like the theme of the first season was healing.
Yeah.
And how people have found healing, how people have, how different healing can look for everyone. I'm really excited about the guests coming up for season 2, and also, I'll be incorporating some panels and
so excited about
in discussion about how we can all, celebrate how we can be different and still love and support one another. And you don't have to agree with everyone. You don't have to do things the same way as everyone. Yeah, I'm really excited about the panels. I'm really excited about the guests. And I'm super excited and ready to step into this and step into trusting in myself and my vision and believing that I can do it moving forward and take things to the next level.
Me too. I'm going to be sitting back, watching, clapping, crying. I'm so proud because I just know that all the good things that come, and I'm so excited for the panels because I think that just really gives, when everyone can talk about their shared experiences about stuff, you get so much more out of it, even from just listening. So cannot wait for those episodes. I already know that's getting my fave. And
you too.
Can't wait for the lineup. Like, okay, see y'all this episode. Ready. Season 2, excited for it to come out, new things, and then as we're all listening to everybody on their journey, you're on yours too, and that is just so cool, and that's just like the beauty of life and everything that's going on. So
and if you guys have any people you'd love to see on the podcast, or if you have any topic ideas that you would love to see as a panel topic, or if you have a topic in general and you would like me to find guests that relate to that topic or something you want to discuss. And I'm trying to figure out a way where we can record live and have people ask questions to guests live as well. And so when I figure that out, that'll be an option as well. I want it to be interactive. I want people to be engaged. I want people listening to feel like they're a part of it. So, because you are, so I want to, if you have any ideas or whatever, feel free to share. Send me an email at thanks@thankyou4u.com or DM on any social media platforms. Look in the description box for all of this, but share your comments, your suggestions, because this is as much you as it is us.
Right, a community.
Yeah, exactly. So I know it's very easy for when panel discussions happen, it'll be a 30-minute, hour episode, and there's so much that's missed. But I want to have the conversations continued and invite new voices in to get different perspectives.
Or respond to the last panel.
Yeah. And, for instance, I want to do one about different belief systems. And I'm kind of hesitant to be religion or spirituality, but just beliefs, period, because not everyone even believes in religion or spirituality. It's just belief systems and value systems. Having that ongoing conversation with people who have differences, and so that we can see, guess what, like, we do see these things differently, but at our core, we're all similar, which is what we realized in this first season. But that ongoing conversation, I hope we can eventually just, like, start seeing it more and more. Like, there's these commonalities even in our differences. And no one's going to die because we think things differently or because we live differently. No one is, like, unless you're intending that, which if that's your intention, that's not
what
we're here for. Not what we're here for, but hey, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I would still have a conversation with those people because I'm genuinely interested in how people arrived at where they are. I think it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be amazing.
Amazing. So I want to give another great big thank you to all of our listeners, to all of our guests.
Thank you.
I want to give another huge thank you to Whitney Doty.
Yes.
So Whitney, what's up with you moving forward?
You know that, Krista, from day one. Like, my relationship with God is, some people know, like, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing, but he really doesn't tell me until, like, it's time. Because if I know right now, I'll go ahead and, like, skip all the other steps and just go right to it. Because that's just me. Beginning of the year, I'm just really focusing on my career as far as accounting and just getting a couple certifications under my belt and wrapping up my master's and then see where that takes me. Like, I have an idea where that's going to take me, but I really can't say just in case my job's listening. But yeah, and then other than that, like, my favorite thing is just supporting the people around me who I love so much, and like your project and my husband's foundation, and just supporting you guys' stuff in any way I can too. So.
Cool.
But yeah, basically what I'm working on next is slowly taking over the world, which has always been our master plan since we met each other.
Right.
So. Same thing we do every night, Kay Ten.
Try to take over the world. In a good way, though, not in a malicious way. So it sounds like you're just continuing you building your foundation with finishing your master's and continuing forward with what you're working on now, so that when it's done, then when you're called to the next thing, you'll be ready and not have things to, like, hold you up. No.
Right, that's exactly.
So that, yeah.
You said it perfectly. You said it just like God said it. Getting my ducks in a row.
Good.
You missed that one.
Exciting.
I am excited. Just about life. But yeah, just having the opportunity to do the things that we set out. Because so many people have, like, dreams, but they don't even have, like, the opportunities, or women who live in areas where they can't be educated in so many parts of the world, or women who, once you get married and in some parts of the world, and they think, oh, you just stay at home or raise kids. And so just being grateful for all these opportunities that we have.
Absolutely.
To do whatever we want, which is awesome.
We get to create our life. And so it's not even a goodbye. It's just a transition into different spaces.
Right.
So this has been a great wrap up. This has been a great season.
I know.
Literally season for the podcast, but, like, season in life as well. It's been really awesome.
Yes, and all of you guys have been on the journey with us. So you see them in season 2.
If you enjoyed this week's podcast, please help us spread this story by
subscribing however you're listening, rating this podcast, and commenting and following on our social media.
And thank you for you.